Rana Dagubati in the
You
house.
know I don't play right. I'll put up a good fight. Just give me the word,
Welcome to a very special screening of Solo Leveling Reawakening, where Rana is voicing one of the characters. We've got Barka, the Ice Elf King, who's going to be facing off with our main guy. And I have some questions for you. You're voicing him in Hindi, Tamil, and Telugu. That's 3 languages. But first, you're here with so many anime fans, and how does it feel to connect with them in real time right now?
First, my Hindi is terrible. And except for anime, I couldn't have done this any other way in 3 languages. So thank you for this patience and bearing with it.
Okay. And when you were first offered the role of Barka in season 2, right, which is A Rise from the Shadow, what was your first reaction?
Well, first, I just thank that I have such a cool job that makes me do stuff like this. And I think that's part of living like an artist. No? Your voice is liked by somebody, and Crunchyroll picks you up for this gig. And eventually that becomes your culture, that becomes your life. So I was pretty excited.
And excited we are to have you here. But Barka is a very powerful, very intense character who's very easily not scared. So how do you prepare to bring out that energy into this?
Well, I'm usually that guy. I'm usually not scared for many things. So,
Such a
and I love playing bad guys. I love performing them. I love voicing them. I love. It's not legal to be them, but I would love to do that too.
and Hindi, Tamil, Telugu that we talked about, and he's going to be a very popular character by the end of the season. So how does it feel to bring his character to life in so many languages? Like, is there a difference for each of those?
Well, I guess anything in regional context of speaking gets different, language to language, state to state, in that sense. But what was exciting is the fact that anime can be watched across languages. It's culture that's clearly getting so popular, and the fact that you can see it more and more closer, create. I'm just hoping the next time I come to this, there'll be a full cosplay type thing happening across the screen. So I think it's beautiful. It's a great culture. It's great storytelling, and why not?
That it is. But having voiced, obviously, been in movies, been an actor, how different is it to dub for an anime and lend your voice to such characters?
It's tricky because you've never played this character. It's some and obviously for this there was obviously voice artists from Japan who are literally like legends who voice these characters over years, and just to be a part of that and recreate it in our own language gives you a sense of cool freedom.
It is a lot of freedom, and it is very cool to see it Crunchyroll taking us so seriously over here. But at the same point of time, obviously, there are a lot of anime fans in the house. Can you make some noise? They are. So it's clearly a very, it's a culture which is getting a lot of momentum. So do you see yourself exploring a lot more in this space? Are we going to see more Rano Dagubati doing more anime?
Well, this is a start. This is my first gig. I'm now part of this new bandwagon of this country, but yeah, I'm sure you'll see more of this happening.
And Solo Leveling, we had the first season just come out, and now the second season is coming out. It was a blockbuster hit for the first season, and now people are very, very excited for season 2 to come out in 2025. So how do you feel to be a part of a show that's so big already?
And yeah, one is I'm just happy that you get screens to watch it. There's obviously coming out on Crunchyroll soon, and just to be with the franchise, be with stories like this is fun.
It is very fun. And I mean, considering anime is already that huge, but do you think exposing it to so many languages, Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, helps expand the market, helps grow the anime community in India?
Of course, any story that usually has the power to cut across becomes a dub. And I come from Telugu cinema. We are very ambitious people. When we make a story, we want the whole world to watch it. And so we love dubbing in many languages. And the fact that anime is able to do that and can cut across in India in this manner, I think should have more languages coming up.
You should have even more languages. That is correct. If I had to ask you to sum up your perspective on the future of anime in India, how would you do it?
Well, the future of anime, obviously, just it'll continue to grow like it is in the rest of the world. There'll be much more hardcore fans that will start living, being the characters in some manner, and I'm pretty positive that once this set of audience becomes creators, you'll start seeing a lot of original IP that's coming out of India with Indian cultural context and others. I'm saying there is a little bit of it in some of the shows, but you'll just see much more of that.
That's awesome. And all you fans here, do you want to see him perform a line as Barka from the movie? Yeah? One line as Barka. You have to make a little bit of noise to make him do that. Hey, Sue. One line.
लोग मुझे बारका बुलाते हैं तेरा नाम क्या है बच्चे
And that was awesome. And you've done that in 3 different languages. But I want to know, like, Barka has a personality which is very similar to yours. Is what you said. I didn't say it. I'm not saying you're the bad guy. You said you like him. But how did you channel that into your performance? Like, what was his characteristic that you loved the most, that you wanted to bring even more out when you channeled it in?
He's very precise. Like I remember the first time the dubbing script came to me and I was in the theater. He's just so sharp. Like his words are sharp. The person is sharp. The way he operates is pretty interesting. So I just like that energy, and the fact that anime characters don't speak that much is also fun. And otherwise I wouldn't have been able to dub it in 3 languages in one go.
And that was a lot about the show, but I want to ask you some rapid fire questions. Sure. We do this rapidly.
All right.
If you had to describe Barka in one word, what would it be?
Elegant, stealth, evil.
Okay, that's 3 words. We'll give it to you because you're Radha Dagubai.
I couldn't do one.
Okay, if Barka could give you one of his skills, which one would you choose? Sword mastery, speed, stealth, or strength?
Stealth.
Yeah, smart choice, smart
What
choice.
would you guys choose? See, there you go.
Everybody wants stealth. No? Yeah, well. And if Barka was in India and he could go anywhere with his stealth powers, where do you think he would go?
I think Balkar was sitting here watching the movie with us. It's like, what's going on? This is India, okay.
What he could actually be, or you see on your left, right, there might be an empty seat. Okay, bad jokes. If you had to have Barka as your bodyguard, would you feel safe or scared?
In India, I think Barka laid a bodyguard. You think so?
All these fans will only mob him, no? First, you'll be a great bodyguard to him.
For sure.
And what is your favorite Barka line from the series?
Like I said earlier, no, Barka, I mean, the characters in anime don't speak that much. So more than line, I think it's just the storytelling in which Barka keeps moving around. I think that's fun. He just doesn't care for anyone or
Spoiler,
he's still here. Doesn't care for anyone, anything, and keeps moving. So that to me is fun.
And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Radha Dagubai PKU solo leveling.
Thank you. Have a great show, and thank you Crunchyroll for having us here. Thank you.